Hello my dudes, welcome back to the farm, welcome back to Feed the World. So last episode we had some problems with this machine you see behind me. Yeah, basically it wasn't working, but I figured it out my dudes. So without further ado, let's jump in to Applied Energistics 2. So to start Applied Energistics 2, you need a meteorite compass, which is going to show you where a meteorite is, and that's pretty important for Applied Energistics 2. The problem was, when we right click with the compass, this mod makes compasses kind of like teleport you around. It's a little bit weird, and you can kind of go through walls with it, which is actually kind of handy, but at the same time, it means we can't get a compass into this charger. That's a real nightmare. It means we can't find a meteorite, and it means we can't progress with the mod, but I discovered a way. The simple way to get any items into machines is obviously a hopper. So if we put the hopper above the charger, like this, open it up, put a compass inside, that's going to get zooped down below, and as you can see already, it's turned into the meteorite compass. Oh my god, we fixed it. So even though it's a bit buggy, there's usually a workaround for things like this. Let's plug, oh no wait, we'll leave the hopper there because you might need to do this again for other things. So we have the meteorite compass, and this is where meteorite hunting begins. We're going to have to track down a meteorite that's landed on the planet, and I think that's kind of cool. Like we're using alien technology to make an amazing, weird Minecraft computer. The compass will show us to the nearest meteorite that's dropped. These can be above ground, but sometimes they can also be underground, so do be aware of that. But what's cool is everything inside this meteorite has a use for us. Now actually there's one other cool thing we can do. Before we go and find this meteorite, we're going to want to build a gadget that's going to help us harvest something from that meteorite. And here it is, the cut and paste gadget. This isn't too hard to make. Just some redstone, some shears, lapis, and iron. And I think we have basically all of that. So we'll just grab up what we need. And it's very simple. What this is going to let us do is harvest the quartz generating blocks from inside a skystone meteorite. What does that mean? Well, it's a bit complicated, and I'll show you what I mean once we get there. So, is that everything? Yeah, there we go. Now this thing needs power. We can't actually use this charger. Even though it's a charger, we can't put it in here like this. We can't put it into the item hopper. It just won't go down into that thing. But luckily enough, there's a couple of other ways for us to actually charge this thing up. Number one, we could make a charge pad from mechanism. This is a way of doing it, but that gets a bit tricky. We need things like infused alloy and all that other junk. What about just like a basic energy cube? No, again, we still need these energy tablets, which are infused alloys, which need a metallurgic infuser. Oh man, and that's all a little bit complicated. Now hello, what's this? A charging station? From charging gadgets? Oh yeah, this looks much more simple. Just some redstone, some lapis, and a block of coal. Well, let's go grab that stuff and get this crafted. Oh wait, we've got 7 blocks of coal in here. How did I not see that before? Again, this is the major problem with what we've got going on. We've just got too much stuff that we don't know we even have lying around. And we end up making things that we already have. It's a nightmare. So this computer's going to come in real handy. But let's see, charging station, redstone, lapis, and iron? Oh man, these drawers are actually quite handy for a couple of things. And there we go, a charging station. Now I think we can just plug this in next to our other machines down in the basement. So let's go give that a whirl. So we can slip the charging station above like this. Fill in that cobblestone up the top. And is this thing getting power? Oh yeah, amazing. So in goes the building gadget, and it's slowly filling up. Now we want this to get to, I don't know what we want this to get this to. I think probably about 1 million power should be fine. Because we don't need a huge amount in this thing. Wow, we actually get a lot of power, don't we? That solar panel is pretty much the bee's knees. There we go, 1 million, we'll leave it at that. So we've got the building gadget, or rather the cut and paste gadget. We've got the meteorite compass. Let's go and track down some meteors. So we have carrot juice, check. We have our meteorite compass, and weirdly enough, when you hold this in your hand, it doesn't show you the direction of the meteorite. You have to look at the hotbar, but as long as it works somehow, that's all that's important. So it's in this direction. I guess we just keep going until we find a meteorite. I can't right-click to get like a distance or anything. You just have to keep going until the dial starts spinning like crazy. Once it starts spinning around, you know you're on top of the meteorite. So this direction. They're usually not too far away, these meteorites. They're quite common. They're difficult to find often because they are underground. And that's why you do need a compass to find some. If there's one that's a bit too tricky for you to get to, for you to find, like it's in the middle of the ocean, don't be afraid to just go in a different direction until you find a better meteorite, because some of them are like a real pain to get to. Oh my god, like we have to get on a cliff for this one. What a joke. What a joke. Oh man, I didn't even think about it, but we might actually want a boat to go and find this meteorite. That could actually be something we need to do. I mean, luckily enough, we do have the wood, so yeah, why not? Hey, look at me, I've worked out how to set up a camera and do donuts in a boat. Oh my god, boat donuts. This is a lot of fun. This is more fun than it has any right to be. Anyway, on to meteorites. Woo! So this direction, let's find a meteorite. Oh yeah, now this is unexplained territory. Look at this on the map. Oh wait, I didn't even need the meteorite. I can see right here, this is exactly what we're looking for. It looks basically like a meteorite landed there. It's so obvious. So let's go up this hill and check it out. Oh yeah, feast your eyes on this bad mother trucker. This is a massive meteorite, my dudes. Let's get in and see what's inside. Crack this sucker open like an egg, like a geode, like a conker, like a something else you crack open, like a nut. Yeah, you crack nuts, don't you? Yeah, I'll have to crack a nut. So this is pretty simple. We're gonna need skystone, so we can dig this with our paxel. It's also probably worth ulti-mining because we need loads of this stuff. And let's take a look. Now, every time I play a mod pack, Applied Energistics 2 changes just a little bit, so you never really know what you're going to find inside one of these meteorites. So this is pretty exciting. What have we got in here? So we have some flawless budding Certus quartz. That's actually really good. And if we count this up, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, 5 budding? That's really good. So the reason why we bought a cut and paste gadget is because, and a massive thank you to Dig Iron Guy for telling me about this, is because when you break these blocks, like these budding Certus quartz blocks, you can take them home, put them up in your house, and they will grow these quartz crystals for you over time. But they'll also decay and eventually become completely useless. That is unless you get a flawless one, because flawless ones do not decay. The problem is, when you dig up a flawless one, it no longer is a flawless budding Certus quartz. It breaks. It becomes like a chipped one, or something like that. And it will decay. However, you can cheat the system by using this thing right here, the cut and paste gadget. What this will let us do is cut these blocks, lift them up, and put them down back in our house. Really good news. So we'll be very careful around them because we don't want to damage them. We want to keep them protected. So there's a mysterious cube here, and you don't right click it. Looks like you break it open. Oh man, this thing is obviously budding with alien technology. Oh yeah, unknown technology. So we did the quest. Let's do it, because you never know what the reward's going to be. Some skystone, kind of bad. 100 XP though, kind of good. Make sure we have a shower later on. So the cut and paste gadget, to get this thing to work, you're going to have to mess around with your controls a little bit. So we want to go to settings menu. And that's what we're doing. Show conflicts and remove that previous one that we put. So you hold down your settings key, which we've put to enter. You assign it to cut down the bottom here. Now you'll get like a red square around the things you cut. So if we hold shift and right click down here, shift and click in the corner, it's dragged a nice little 3x3 square, or, well, yeah, no, I suppose it's kind of like a square, of these budding Certus quartz. Now what we can do, go to enter, and we'll select cut. Oh, and there we go, look at this. It's hoovered them up, and we've got a placeable segment of budding Certus quartz. This is amazing news. Now, I don't want to mess this up. I want to make sure that we actually get this down properly, and that this whole thing actually works. So we're not actually going to use the home command, and we're not actually going to get even more skystone, because I really don't want to lose what I've cut here. This is very important. So we're going to head home now. Which direction was it? This way. And I'll catch you guys when we get back to base. Actually, do you know what? I think the home command might actually work while we've got this thing cut. So to see if you guys can do it at home, because this is probably something you guys want to see done and see if it does actually work, let's try /home. Okay, thank God, yeah. So using /home, you do still keep what you've cut. So you can get home kind of quick. Let's go into the basement because, yeah, the basement is fast becoming just an area where we toss stuff down randomly. And we'll put this loosely in the corner over here. Very cool, and as you can see, this has retained its features. It's still flawless. And that means these things are going to grow crystals for us forever. That's really amazing. Now, another thing is that every single side of these cubes can create the crystals. So what I like to do is kind of hang it from the ceiling so you can get as much crystal as possible. Let's go and make some chain and make that happen. This is perfect. Now there's plenty of room for these crystals to grow. We could get more out of these crystals down here. We're going to leave the budding ones at the moment here, because they are going to generate some crystals for us over time. We can dig up this block of Certus quartz though and break this down into Certus quartz crystals. And this whole mod is about, yeah, just charging up these crystals, doing stuff with them to get the bits you need for the computer. So okay, cool. The quest is complete. What's the next step? So it wants us to get Certus quartz crystal and dust. So we've got to find a way to bash these crystals into dust. Oh, how do we do that? Looks like there's a couple of ways, but one of the easiest is just by putting a Certus quartz crystal into an inscriber, which I think is what we have over here. Yeah, it is. So that's one way of getting the dust. Let's do that. In you go. We'll put you there. And is this working? Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. So this whole UI has changed since the last version I played. It's got a really nice, clean blue look. Very space age. And that's the quest complete. Oh, yeah. Amazing. We get some crystal back from that and some XP. Looking pretty good. So what's the main goal? Because we're not looking to build like an entire gaming PC this episode. What we really want to do is just get a way to interface with our drawers. So we're going to need a controller, a terminal, which I think provides access. A crafting terminal would be even better. And that's all we really need, just the controller and the terminals. So let's move along in this direction. Number one, we're going to want to make some fluix. This is where you kind of like charge up the crystals that you make into the purple crystals, the fluix crystals. And this is fairly simple to do. You just chuck the crystals in a pool of water with nether quartz and redstone. Now obviously those are three things we kind of don't really have. We're going to wait for the crystals to grow, and while we wait, let's go and grab some nether quartz from the nether. Oh my god, what happened? Why did I die when I came in? Oh, it's this little dude. What a scam. Luckily, the obsidian skull, serving us very well as usual. And carrot juice, the dream food, gonna keep us fully stocked on health. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, let's grab some nether quartz. So there we go, that should do. We got a stack and a half of nether quartz. We also got a bit lucky. We found loads of bone blocks and we got some glowstone. Let's use the home command and go looking for redstone this time. Now we lost the mine that we previously had, so we're going to be a bit cheeky. Dig... Where's that? What is that noise? Did you guys hear that? Oh. I think that's a monster with a... Yeah, with a jukebox on. We're going to do our best to ignore that. Anyway, let's go and see if we can dig through here. And if we dig along this way, we should be able to find our mine. It's somewhere along here, right? Oh yeah, here it is. Amazing. This is the ladder. I'll go get some torches and empty my backpack. Now my gear is pretty amazing this time around, so mining for redstone should be one of the simplest things you could possibly imagine. The best level for redstone, of course, is as low as you can possibly go. So do you know what? Actually, should we just make some ladders and go even lower? Now, I used to know a guy that said, don't dig straight down, you'll regret it. But honestly, that guy was an idiot, doesn't know what he's talking about. Digging straight down is the premium way to... Oh god. No, what the hell? Whew, okay. Oh man, whoa, what the hell is this? Oh my god, this is beautiful. We found like an underground village. Are these even real? Are these a thing? Be careful of mimics. No mimics, but there are some apples. Delicious. Raw salmon will come in handy. We've got loads of sugarcane already and wheat we can ignore. Oh man, this is pretty amazing. Well, let's take a look around this village, see what we can loot. Don't mind me just coming into your house to raid it. But you know what? It's mostly slim pickings in terms of loot, and what we're really here for is redstone. So let's dig some redstone. So, village raided, let's continue digging straight down, because, like I said, you never regret it. No, in fact, it's how you find underground villages. Very cool. Oh! Made a terrible mistake. So here we go, we found bedrock. We are directly underneath a deep dark biome, but you know what? I'm sure that's not going to come back and bite us in the butt. Let's get digging for redstone. And there it is, just like I said, the good stuff, redstone. Oh, and hiding away beneath it, diamonds. So we've almost got everything we need. Now we also need, well, a little bit of water. So we're going to dig out the cobblestone in the corner here and convert this into a bit of like a little, you know, underground kind of basement well. Yeah, this is going to look pretty cool. I might need some more cobblestone. And we'll just put down the stairs like this. A couple of buckets of water, and this thing should fill up quite nicely. Oh yeah, very nicely indeed. And this is going to be perfect for making our Fluix crystals. So it looks like this is what you've got to do. You put the charged Certus quartz into water, you put redstone, and you put nether quartz. And it does have to be charged. So we might as well get the uncharged stuff that we have charging away. You can put this in the hopper. Charged. 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 And now we just toss this into water. Now I'm wondering, is this going to do like a batch at the same time? So we're going to toss in 5 of each. 5 redstone, 5 nether quartz, and 5 charged Certus quartz. Let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, in it goes. There's, oh, whoa, look at that, just spilling out from everywhere, and we got 10. Pretty good. Quest complete. We also need Fluix dust, which we apparently get by inscribing. Okay, another use for the inscriber. In it goes. Go on, cook us up some dust, my friend. Oh, and this is purple. Very cool. Bink. And we'll get another one, just for good measure. Amazing. Okay, well, let's return the quest and see what we get. Ah, just more of the same, more of the important things we need for the mod. the next quest is to make some cables. These are the cables that Applied Energistics uses. Oh man, this has come away from farming, hasn't it? How did we get from farming pigs to making supercomputers? I don't know. But this will come in super handy for our farming needs in the future. We'll need to make some quartz fiber, which is dust and glass. Okay, yeah, this is all stuff we can do. Let's go and grab some glass. The big thing is that we are really covering our bases for the future. I'm going to grab a stack of sand and brew it up in the furnace. Probably got some glass in here already. But yeah, the big thing is, yeah, once we have the computer, it's going to speed everything up. And it means we can really focus on what matters most to us, which is farming. Oh yeah, and as you can see while we're doing this, the quartz is slowly glowing. Slowly glowing? Yeah, it is. Well, it is glowing and growing, because look at that glow. That looks really cool. I love the way this looks. Quite the light show going on down here. So ashes to ashes, so does quartz to dust. We will go into our backpack, crafting table on a stick even. We want the glass on top as well. And there you go, 3 quartz fiber. That's a really bad return, but combine it with Flux crystals and you get 4 glass cables. That's actually a pretty good return. We'll put in 2 more as well to get ourselves 8, because why not, you know? Complete the quest, and we'll get some quartz crystal as a reward. It's really good to keep up with the quests as you're doing this, because it does keep feeding you quartz. Anyway, you can mess around with the cable, give it some colors and stuff, but we don't want to do that. It talks about channels. This is where Applied Energistics gets really complicated. In fact, it gets so complicated, I'm not even going to talk about it. This is just the idea that there's like different lanes. Like imagine your computer is like a factory, and different channels are like the different ways of getting things in and out of your factory, kind of. So you have like a railway channel, a ship channel, a road channel. I'm explaining this terribly, but we'll pretend we've read the quest, and maybe come back to this later when it's important. For now, it's not. Oh god, now we need to make processors. What the dickens is this? Well, this really isn't a step you can skip, because this is required to make the controller, which is our end goal. And all of these are, I think, made in the inscriber. Printed logic circuits. You get a printed logic circuit by using gold with inscribed logic press. Okay, and this is why you had to go into the meteorite to get these cool different presses. There's a calculation press, an engineering press, a logic press, and a silicon press. And each of these creates a unique thing. Calculation is used with quartz to make a calculation circuit. Yeah, sure. The engineering makes us with diamonds, the engineering circuit. Okay, so those two are pretty simple, pretty expensive. The logic press makes us printed logic circuits with gold, so it's gold, diamonds, and quartz. And the last one, the silicon press, this is where it gets a bit tricky. We need to combine it with silicon, which is quite tricky, but you have to smelt up. So does quartz dust. So I guess we just get started with that. We'll go over to the inscriber, like this. It's often, at this point, like a good idea to set up multiple inscribers, each with the existing presses that you have already preloaded. So we might actually do that, you know? Yeah, I'm going to go and make some basic universal cable, craft some more inscribers, and set them all up along here. It's going to be boring, so we'll cut straight to the end. One, 2, 3, 4. The final inscriber over here, and the charger can go at the bottom, down here like this. Yeah, we'll plug it all in with some extra cable, like that. And I think this is all powered up. Is it all powered up? Ready to go? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, let's fill in the cobblestone. So we start with the silicon on the far left, then next to that we put the, I guess, the calculation. Sure, why not? Then we'll put the logic press. Then we'll put the engineering press, and this final one we'll just save so we can just keep putting Certus quartz crystals in here to make dust. It's going to be useful to have on without any of those prints in there at all. And do you know what? We're also going to put item frames above these separate inscribers so we know exactly which goes in what. So the silicon press, that is where we make the silicon stuff. The calculation press, that is where we put Certus quartz crystals. So we'll put one of those in the item frame. Then next up, it's the logic press. I think this is diamonds. Is it diamonds? No, it's gold. So gold goes in there. Then it must be diamonds in the last one. And we know exactly what we're making now. So let's put this to the test. Yeah, there we go. We're making printed engineering circuits. We don't want to make too many of these, but I think, yeah, probably 7 will come in handy. Diamonds are everywhere, so not an issue. Then we'll put gold in here. And this is going to make for us, yeah, the other thing we need. We'll only make 12 of these, because I do want to save my gold. Then we'll put a Certus quartz crystal in the other one. We're also going to dig up some of these, because, yeah, we've got a block over here, a Certus quartz block. Let's get rid of that. We can chime it up into Certus quartz crystals, and chuck those in there as well. And that'll get us calculation circuits. And, of course, we need to put even more. Let's just get digging up some of these buds. Usually it's a good idea to wait until these are fully grown, because there'll be some big crystals that you can harvest. But if you can't wait, and we can't, because we want the dust, you can still trim them off while they're only budding. Oh man, amazing. But yeah, this is a really good find, and a really good tip is the cut and paste gadget. Plus also it sounds really cool when you dig them up, like wind chimes. And let's get these smelted up into that lovely silicon. Oh yeah, super fantastic. Now we are going to probably dig up these damaged and chipped budding Certus quartz because, you know what? We don't need to worry about them. If we just kind of like chime them up into Certus quartz crystals, we'll probably put this one down again actually because it needs to become the Certus quartz block. In fact, I think if you keep digging it up, it eventually does become just a block. Yeah, there we go, Certus quartz. They'll come in handy too, and we'll plow those again into this inscriber because we might need more of these too. So we'll bring out the circuits, bring out, oh no, plug in the silicon, bring out the logic circuits, bring out the print. Oh my god, I'm running out of space. This is so savage. There are honestly times, and I think you guys probably agree with me at home, where I wish the base Minecraft backpack, we can probably put the charger down actually. That's a good idea for sure. But there are times when I wish the base backpack was just so much bigger. So there's the cable, there's the charging station, and we'll chuck the rest in our backpack if we can. So there we go, everything's kind of set up. Where's the next quest taking us? So it wants us to make a logic processor, a calculation processor. Yeah. And again, this is where we're going to need the inscriber on the end as like an ad hoc place to do other things. So, oh my god, let's put these in our hotbar for one, at applied. We want logic, calculation, engineering. First up the logic. Logic circuits and printed silicon. Very simple. Logic circuits, printed silicon. We put, what do we put in the middle there? A redstone, okay. And that's going to make us one of those. Oh, so complicated. This is such a pain in the bum, isn't it? But we'll get there. We'll get there. Next one we're going to do is the calculation press. And again, it's just all of these little bits combined. We'll get all of these out of here. So again, the printed silicon in the bottom. It looks like printed silicon is used for a lot of these. So I think we're going to smelt up the rest of that silicon into that printed stuff. And then a redstone there. We'll put a few of these in as well. Actually, no, just 2. And there we go, a calculation press. And the final thing we need, last one, is the engineering one, which uses the diamond templates. And I assume more redstone? Oh, we're cooking with gas now, my friends. Very close to where we want to be. So, we've done it. We've made the processors. We got, an engineering processor as a reward. Loads of XP. We're now level 27 just from doing these quests. It's crazy. So here we go, the final part. We need to make an ME terminal and an ME crafting terminal. Oh my god, what the hell is a formation core and an annihilation core? Well, again, these are all pretty simple things to make. So the annihilation core now as well, going pretty good. The last thing we need is another logic processor. There it is. And of course, this illuminated panel. Redstone, iron, glowstone, quartz glass. And this has to be quartz glass. Can't be a different kind. And quartz glass is just glass with Cetus quartz dust. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So there's the illuminated panel. We actually get 3. That's really good. And I think, there we go, the ME terminal. We're almost there. Now what we want to do is turn this into the crafting terminal. So the regular terminal just lets you look into the computer, but the crafting terminal, that's a bit spicier. It lets you actually create things in the terminal. It's the lifeblood of the computer. So we'll go and grab some wood and get this cooked. Oh my god, can you feel it, my dudes? We are so close to having a computer, and we're not going to stop this episode until we do. So, the crafting terminal, got all the bits. There it is, and the quest is complete. What do we get? We got silicon, very good, and some XP. Might as well put the silicon back into the inscriber, because it comes in pretty handy. And the last thing on our list, the pièce de résistance, the ME controller. Oh yeah, it even says it's the last piece of the puzzle. Man, took the words right out of my mouth. It's not exactly an easy craft, but it's not exactly a hard one either. We need Fluix crystals, which we do actually have. Let's take a look, we've got the 4. We'll just put it on the left so we know how to make the recipe. What we're missing is, oh my god, just skystone? Well, that's in my backpack. Wait, that's not skystone? Yes, it is. Skystone, skystone block, okay. Which is, well, like 9 of it? No, that's compressed skystone. What is a skystone block? Oh, it's smelted. Well, okay, up to the factory. There we go, 18 should be fine. Oh, we're very close, my dudes. This is an insanely exciting moment. Oh, okay, right, so, the controller. Go into my crafting table on a stick. Copy it over. We've done it, my dudes. Oh, apply energistics. Who said this was hard? This is so easy. Click on the controller. What are we going to get as a reward? Quartz crystal. That's still pretty decent. Yeah, you know what? This is amazing. So where are we going to park our brand new computer? Well, for now, we're going to put it over here near to the rest of the storage. We have to kind of think this through pretty well. So this is the core of the computer. It's going to need power. So we'll dig out for now this area behind, because this is where we're going to feed the power up. This computer needs to pull from both our drawers and our big chests over here. Pretty simple, makes a lot of sense. So we're going to need to create something to interface with the ME controller, and that is where I think you literally do just craft an ME interface. Hold G so we get some clarity, but interfaces act like a small chest and fluid tank that fills itself from and empties to network storage. Now, maybe there's actually something else we want to do here. Now, here we go. Here's an example. Special interactions. Interfaces also have a few functionalities with other devices. Yeah, no, I have a theory, and I do think this is what we want. I do think this is going to work. So how hard is an ME interface to make? Not too hard. We still have annihilation and formation cores, I believe. We've also got glass, and we've also got iron. Yeah, okay, we can make that right now in our backpack. So here it is, the ME interface. Then we put it in again to get it a bit more compact. We've got some glass cable. This is like the lifeblood. So let's see if this works. We're going to put an ME interface on the storage controller, like this. Bam. Then we're going to connect that to our controller with a glass cable. That all looks good. We'll put the crafting terminal, this is what we click on to actually do the crafting, on the cable, and this is all connected to the computer. Are you with me so far? I hope so. This should actually work. Now, this isn't giving us access to everything that's in the oak drawers, but it will do once we get this controller access point set to export into the controller as well. We'll need another interface, but we can do that. But we're going to test this at the moment with the chests. So, of course, we need cable to plug all this in. And let's go see if we can manage this. Now, obviously, we'll fix this after we're done, because things are going to get very messy indeed. And let's see if this works. Now, this really is a moment of truth, and I'm kind of worried that this is not going to work at all. You never know with things like this. It's always entirely possible things will mess up. But let's give it a go and find out. Oh my god, yeah, it's glowing, which means it's on. So, now this is my first real time doing applied energistics, but... oh man. Yeah, no, that's, it's not worked, has it? I don't see anything in here. Aha, so it looks like what we need is an import bus. We don't need the interface, although we'll complete these quests because there's probably some sweet rewards from this. Don't mind if I do, but what we're looking for, yeah, is the import bus. This will import items from... oh, that one on the floor. Put you in a chest. But what this should do, instead of the ME interface, is pull things from what we're looking at. So, let's place these things down again. We're looking for the storage bus. It's not a hard craft. In fact, we can use the ME interface that we already have, as well as a piston or two. So I've got to have some pistons lying around, or at least I can make them. So pistons, check, 2 of those. Combine it with the ME interface. And here we go, the storage bus. So we do this again. We'll click here like this. We'll attach the cable like that. Then, of course, the crafting terminal again goes here. And let's take a look now. Oh, ha, ha. Yeah, suddenly we have access to everything inside our chests. Now, there is a limit to how much stuff we can see. We can also, change the view. View stored and crafted. I want to make this bigger, though. I want to make the terminal bigger. How can we do that? Terminal style, small centered, medium centered, tall centered. Now we're getting there. Oh yeah, massive centered. And suddenly we have access to everything inside all these chests. Oh, amazing. What we can do now is just pour everything we have into the computer, and it's going to get filtered through these chests. Oh yeah, look, the cable's gone in here. Oh, that's super amazing. So my dudes, we've done it. We've completed computers. We are tech wizards. This is everything absolutely sorted. Now we do need to still add another storage bus to our controller access point, because at the moment we don't have access to these things inside our storage drawers. But at least we know how to do it now. This is amazing. There's also a little bit of tidying we have to do so we can hide some of these cables, because this is in the middle of our house. And also this computer can be massively upgraded. So there's really just, no limit on how much storage we can have here. We can also do auto crafting. Honestly, applied energistics is really cool, and I highly encourage you to investigate and explore all the things that are possible with this bad boy machine. They're actually way better than refined storage if you're used to that. It's just a little bit more complicated. Oh man. But next episode, you know what? My brain is worn out. This is way too much tech. And next episode, I want to focus on just some more simple farming, maybe building that barn so we can put all of our crops inside that we eventually want to grab. A massive thank you for watching, my dudes. If you have any advice, tips, or tricks, do always let me know because I love to read your comments. But until next time, my dudes, take care.